Gold Parlay King Sports. So Chris Paul got traded to Golden State. I'm gonna tell you what that means. Chris Paul got traded to Golden State because Stephen Curry wearing down. The Golden State era is over with. They won't win another championship again. That shit over with, man. That window is closed ever since Joe Lacob, the GM, when he left. The dynasty is over with in Golden State. It's over. And what Golden State need to do, which I know they ain't gonna do it, but they need to start all the way over. They need to start all the way over, man. Cause it's over with. Like you ain't gonna win another championship with that team no more. There's a new sheriff in town. It's called Denver Nuggets. They ain't going nowhere. Joker ain't going nowhere. So you see that trade, you see CP3 get traded to Golden State. That just tells me everything I need to know. It tells me that Stephen Curry is wearing down. He can't go through a whole season at 100%. He can't wear, he can't he can't play like 35, 40 minutes a game that he was doing last year. They don't have no bigs. And I thought that was a stupid trade anyway. You trading away Jordan Poole for Chris Paul and shit. See, that lets you know about how bad GM's in. Mike Dunleavy, he get the GM job at Golden State, and the first thing he do is trade away Jordan Poole for a 38-year-old Chris Paul. A 38-year-old Chris Paul and shit. Jordan Poole is 24 years old. And you make that trade? They don't know what they doing over there, man. Especially Mike Dunleavy. Mike Dunleavy don't know what the fuck he doing. He ain't never built no goddamn championship roster team. He ain't never won a championship as an NBA basketball player. He was an okay player with the Chicago Bulls back in the days when they had motherfucking Derrick Rose and young Jimmy Butler and uh uh Joakim Noah and the crew. He was okay. He was a three-point shooter and shit. He was mediocre at best. And for them to put him at the GM position, oh, we gonna use your vision to build a championship team. And the first thing you do is trade away your young piece for a 38-year-old that's gonna be broke down when the playoffs come. He gonna break down when the playoffs start. And then now all the pressure gonna be right back on right back on Curry and Clay and the rest of the crew and shit. That was a stupid ass move that by Golden State, man. You cannot justify that trade to me. That trade is so fucking stupid, man. It's just telling me that CP3, it's telling me Stephen Curry wearing down and shit. He wearing down, man. He wearing down. He wearing down and shit. I couldn't believe they made that trade. If you're going to trade Jordan Poole, at least trade Jordan Poole for some size. Get you some big man up in there. Now let's talk about the Phoenix Suns. You go out and you make a trade for Bradley Beal, which I thought was the stupidest move. That's another stupid move that happened in this offseason. By Bradley Beal getting traded to Phoenix, that was a stupid move because you don't have no depth behind none of those players, and none of these players stay healthy. They all gonna break down because they're gonna be playing so many minutes. You ain't got no depth. You ain't even got a point guard. They trying to make Devin Booker a point guard and shit. Your starting point guard is going to be Campaign, which is ridiculous. The Phoenix Suns are not winning the championship next year. They're not winning that shit. The new owner don't even know. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. He got all his money, and the first thing he do, he go trade for Kevin Durant. Then he turned right around again and trade for another max player. Now mind me, Durant on a max deal, Devin Booker on a max deal, Bradley Beal on a max deal, and you gave DeAndre Ayton $150 million and shit. That new owner just had all his money trying to come into the league and make moves, make major big boy moves to try to buy his way to a championship. And you can't buy your way to a championship. You can't buy your way to a championship. You can't do that shit. You got to go through the process. You have to go through the process, man. So the Phoenix Suns ain't gonna win shit next year. They ain't gonna win nothing. That was just a waste of time. That was just a waste of time, man. I don't even know why. Well, I do know why the owner did it. He trying to win now, but you can't win like that. When the last time we seen somebody come straight in the league and start winning immediately as far as championships? It don't happen like that. It don't work like that. And it's tell you that Kevin Durant is old and he breaking down. For them to even need a Bradley Beal when you got Devin Booker on the other side tells me everything I need to know. Kevin Durant ain't that great player like we all thought he was. Because if he was so great, you wouldn't need no Bradley Beal on your team. You wouldn't need Bradley Beal if you were so great. Kevin Durant won't win another championship. He won't win another championship. His downfall was leaving Golden State. He should have stayed his motherfucking ass in Golden State, man. He should have stayed in Golden State. He could have got the money. He could have had multiple rings. He probably would have had 4, 5 rings by now. If he'd have stayed his ass in Golden State, he probably would have had about 5 rings right now and shit. I'm just waiting on the NBA free agency is tomorrow, where everybody can start signing. Only thing I know is I know the Phoenix Suns ain't winning no championship next year. I know that for a fact. These trades, man. I'm telling you, I could do a better job as a GM than these guys that's up here getting paid multi-million dollars. They don't know what the fuck they doing. They don't know what they doing, man. The CP trade to Golden State tells me Stephen Curry is wearing down. You can't sit here and tell me, oh, they got CP3 so he could do the same thing Jordan Poole could do. You know what? I think Jordan Poole gonna ball out next year. I think he gonna ball out in Washington because he ain't got to worry about Steph and Clay and all that bullshit. I think he gonna ball out. I think he gonna have a great motherfucking season next year. But the Golden State era of them winning championships, that shit over with, man. That shit is over with. The Lakers showed you can't even get past the Lakers. You can't even get past the Lakers and shit. So that tell you everything you need to know and shit. Like you ain't even better than the Lakers. It's terrible. Golden State should have made that trade. They shouldn't have made that trade, man. They should have made that trade, and they're gonna pay for it when the playoffs come. Phoenix Suns ain't gonna win shit. They just gonna look good on paper. If I was a betting man, I'd be putting my money back on the Denver Nuggets to win that shit again. Because I don't see nobody in the West that can stop the Joker or Jamal Murray. The only thing that can stop Denver is health. That's the only thing that can stop Denver is health. If they healthy, they're gonna win that shit again. They're gonna win that shit again if they healthy. Too good, too deep, too much depth. Like they got a whole lot of depth and great depth too. Not just people that we just throwing on our bench and shit. They got great depth, man. But I'll be back for another one once everything's settled down in the NBA off season with these trades and people going everywhere. I come back probably Monday because people get signed tomorrow, so everything should be. We should know where everybody going by Monday, and then I come back for a final preview.